everybody, this is Tank and Trucker, and like I said a couple days ago, I wanted to do a review of this tank destroyer. It's the IKV-65 II. It is a Tier 6, if I remember right. Yep, Tier 6 tank destroyer. It's a Swedish. It's got a hell of a good gun, decent pen for a Tier 6, decent amount of damage, but it has absolutely no armor. I mean, none. We'll go over the armor right now, matter of fact. So you have 15 in the front, and this is all easily penned. Lower plate's humongous, and 15 armor's not going to crap anyways. And your sides and your rear are 10. So basically, it is paper thin. Um, you would think with that paper thin armor, it would move a little faster. I mean, it's not super bad, but with literally no armor, it seems like this thing would be able to do like about 125 kilometers an hour. No such luck. So, anyways, let's look over the gun here. You get a Tier 7 gun, and the rate of fire is 6.19 rounds a minute. Standard penetration with AP round is 180 and 230 for your heat round for your premium and 45 for your HE. Average damage is 240 for your standard and your premium round and 320 for your HE to make that an average damage per minute of 1485. Dispersion at 100 meters is 0.34 and aim time is 1.9 seconds. So aim time isn't bad, dispersion is not bad. As you get a better crew in there, it's going to really, buff it up. Let's see, my rate of fire is 7.17 rounds a minute, so my reload is 8.37 seconds, which for a Tier 6 seems a little high, but I mean, for doing an average of 240 damage at a Tier 6, it's not too bad. You got great, gun traverse and hull traverse. Your hull traverse is 33.38, and your gun traverse is 25.3. So it doesn't spin super fast, but it's all right. I mean, you can make it work. Just, if it gets down to it, like I always say, keep yourself near like a rock or a building where if you have to, you can back up against that. That way they can't circle strafe you. Great gun depression of -10 and +12. The gun traverse is 15 to the left, 15 to the right. So you get a pretty decent amount of movement. It's not like a, I mean, it can actually move a little bit, which is nice. My average damage per minute is 1720. You get 580 hit points. It's 11.35 tons. So, well, as you saw, I ran that artillery. As I think I shot him and rammed him. I didn't pay attention to see how much damage I took, but it's not really meant to ram too much other than like artillery that's got no armor or real light stuff because you have no armor, so you're going to take a lot of damage. You get a 215 horsepower Briggs & Stratton lawnmower motor to put your specific power to weight at 18.94, which sounds good, but it seems kind of sluggish. It's probably those hidden stats they have for your ground resistance because it just doesn't seem like it's got oomph for that amount of specific power to weight. Top speed is, dog's back here playing, 60 kilometers an hour in forward and 20 in reverse. Concealment, the way I have it with my camo net, is 42.09, which is really good. View range is 417, but that's plus, the binocular telescopes. And you get a signal range of 615. So, you're going to see two replays. The first replay I did is going to last all of about, let's see, the countdown timer is 24 seconds, and then about 4 seconds after that, I go flying off a cliff because I had a big-ass lag spike, and I couldn't get the damn thing to stop, and it did a wheelie and a nosedive right into the ground and killed me. Didn't even get shot. That's what I mean, it has no armor, so when I landed, it went kaplooey. I was up, it did a pretty good jump, so, but yeah, so and the funny thing was, I don't know if that lag was more on my end or Wargaming's end, because when I watched the replay, I really didn't see that bad a lag, but I could not stop it to save my life, literally, and you will see. The second match, I did a lot better because I hooked up to my phone and I started using that for my internet, and my ping is right around 100, but I didn't have any lag spikes, and so I didn't do any nosedives. Didn't get a whole lot of damage because of the simple fact there wasn't a lot of heavy tanks to shoot at. Everything kind of went one way on the enemy team, so I had to chase down stuff to get any damage done. But if you want to hold on for a minute, I'll be right back with those, so just hold on for 1 second. Okay, maybe 2 or 3 or 4. I'll be right back, guys. Alrighty. Before I start the match here, I adjusted the mini map over there. So one of the gentlemen sent me a message and said, wanted to see if I could adjust it. So I did. So if that looks good, let me know. I can't take it too much lighter, like very little. But if that is still too dark, let me know and I will lighten it up. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead and kind of try and get the countdown, skip through here a little bit quicker, because this one, um, well, I had a big lag spike, and so this match goes awful quick. I was going to get myself over into the bushes over here, and just missed E25. He goes ringing around me there, and I was going to, right about now, I started hitting my brakes, and I couldn't stop. So we went, wee, smash. So that was my first match. I could not friggin' believe it. You can see my ping jumped up to 113 from like 40 something. But I think it had to have been way worse than what it looked because I couldn't stop. I mean, literally, I was hitting the reverse button and tapping and tapping and tapping and just kept right on it going. And you can see my gun turn to the right because I was trying to, you know, as I was trying to turn it, I was moving my mouse to get the gun kind of pre-aimed in the area, so I could shoot up, up in this area up here as anything tried to get up in the center there. So that was a quick match. So if you want to hold on, I'll be right back with a match that lasts more than 23 seconds or whatever it is. Alrighty, so here we are in Pilsen. Let's get that game mode box out of the way. And a lot of times when I'm in a tank destroyer on this map, I go right over to the west side. There's a wall over there. Usually I'll knock a piece of the wall out and try and set in a bush behind. If there's nothing really pushing far enough to the west, you got to actually go up and there's a line of bushes right in front of the wall, and you can get some shots off there. The only problem there is uh, if you get spotted and they start shooting at you, you got to back up really quick to get down below. Otherwise, they'll just pound the crap out of you. And with the amount of armor this has, which is zilch, zero, nada, you don't want to get hit because it will. You'll get trashed pretty quick. Nice of that artillery to stop right in front of that SU. I think it was a 122, 44. I'm not real sure. Let's see if we can get this to stay up. There we go. There we go. Now you can see what tank it is. So stupid me, I forgot I'd loaded a premium round and I just shot a wall out with a premium round. Duh. So it's a waste of credits right there. A lot of times, if they do have a lot of heavies, they come this way, but watch the mini map, you can see there's one heavy going that way. They didn't have a lot of heavies either. Yeah, they had very few heavies. Yeah, most of their stuff looks like it's heading to the east. So I figured, well, not everything's lit. I didn't want to jump the gun, so I came up to the other spot I was telling you about where if you start getting hit here, you're kind of in trouble because you got to back up real quick, and there's not a big dip there, so you just got to try and back out of the way as fast as possible. So we're on the hunt. We are watching for enemies. Finally, I said, to hell with it, start moving forward, and lo and behold, what pops up here with my jerky movements. It took me a minute to get an aim in on him, but yeah, he got pretty well just pummeled when he came around that corner. I think he got hit by pretty much everything. But I noticed on my mini-map a heavy moving to the right, KV-1. And I put it back on premium ammo. God bless America. I don't know why the hell I did that. Yep, I put it on premium ammo and left it on there in accident. That's why I lost credits. God bless America. Freaking hate it when I do that. I don't know why I put it back on premium ammo. I mean, a KV-1 on the side, I'd have easily went through him. It's got 180 pen for the standard round. So, yeah, that was a big whoops on my part. But pretty much they're down to 2 artillery, 1 tank destroyer, and 2 tanks. So now we got to go hunt for damage because it ain't gonna come to you. And obviously, um, there's nothing on the west side. Thought I was gonna get a nice little shot here in a second, so I pre-aim, and the round just flies over his head. So boogers on that shot. Thought I was gonna be able to cut in front of him, but no such luck. Yeah, you can see. All right, try another one of those shots and dunk it into the dirt. The gun on this it is kind of jerky on the gun when you go to aim in on stuff. I did notice that. I don't know, it might be just one of my settings. I gotta, put something, lower it down or something. You can see how I kind of jerky with it. I saw that FV-304 and I said, we're going for him. That's easy kill. Huh. Got 200 hit points. I thought, hell, I'll just shoot him. 240 average damage and just got shot. So he took him out. And the Hummel thought he was going to run for it. Well, he was running for it in reverse. I wanted that kill, so I rammed him. And it looks like I took 214 damage from ramming him. And that's what I mean by this thing having absolutely no armor. Yeah, so I rammed him and took 214 damage. So, and that was at the back of a artillery. I mean, there's zero like armor in the back of an artillery. So ramming him like that, I took 214 damage. I gave him a little bit of damage done. So, anyways, if you want to hold on for a minute, we'll be right back and that's post-game stats for you. Alrighty, so this is the results of that battle. Um, it's actually a pretty good tank destroyer. Hits for a decent amount. It all depends on kind of where your enemy team goes. If they got a lot of lights and they go out in that field, then you get very few heavies to work on if they try coming up the west flank where I was kind of staying to um, watch that area. I was thinking that if I watch that area, a lot of heavies come down there. Great, I'm gonna get a lot of damage. The reload on this, for tier 6. There it is again. Not enough memory. Graphics settings are changed. Please restart the game. Every time. Anyways, if the heavies would have been more ample, let's say, and would have been pushing around that area, would have probably got a lot more damage. And when you look up and half the enemy team's already dead, you got to start hunting for damage. Kind of sucks, but I was able to knock out 2 of their artilleries there, so I ended up getting a Mastery Badge Class 2, a Fire for Effect, and I got another Pascucci's Medal. I got one just the other day for the same thing, taking out 2 of their artillery. Hit their SU-100Y one time for 235. Hit their FE-304 once and rammed them. And see, we knocked out his fuel tank. Did 178 damage, took him out. And their Hummel, hit him once, knocked out his fuel tank, destroyed his track. Did 300 damage, and I think that might have been the one I can't remember which one I rammed. Well, I thought it was the FV-304. KV-1 hit him twice, did a total of 387 damage and knocked him out. Did 1100 damage, 3 kills. Base experience was 629. That might have been the most. Nope, the OI got a little bit more there. Well, actually, quite a little bit more. Probably because he really got up in there with his OI and did what he could. And the more I find that big time, the more you are active in the match, and you go out and look for damage and you light stuff and do damage, you get a way better experience than you do sitting back just trying to snipe the whole time. So we had 8 shots, 5 hit, 5 pen for 1100 damage, more than 300 from a distance of more than 300 meters. We did 405. Damage 4, destroyed 3. Made 24,585 credits, but lost 5,423. Huh. Could have swore I put it back on standard ammo. Boy, oh boy. Maybe I put it back on standard, then put it back on premium for something. I don't know. I just can't remember. But, so you can really see the difference between a match with no lag, where you dive off a cliff, and a match where you have no lag because you hook it up to your phone and you got a decent signal and you're able to get an all right ping. It's pretty sad when I'm at a lot of these truck stops. Unfortunately, when it gets to be evening time, you get all your perverted truck drivers in that want to spank their monkey, and they get on these, you know, triple X websites, and it just your frickin' ping goes through the roof. I'll be right in the middle of a match, and I can see when somebody's loading up a movie or watching a movie all of a sudden, because my ping just goes doink, 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 and my lag just starts going just nuts. So, yeah, nuts, get it? Anyways, so a lot of times I got to revert back to my phone if I got a decent enough signal, and that's what I did for this. So, anyways, yeah, if you can get your hands on this tank destroyer, it is actually a pretty nice tank destroyer. Like I said, the only real drawback is, well, for one, it has no armor. 15 in the front and 10 all the way around. That's literally paper thin. And your reload is kind of long at 8.37. I could probably buff it up a little bit by putting vents on there, but I like having the camo net so you're not spotted, in the nods for the view range, because if you get spotted, you get drilled. I mean, everything goes through it. So, you got to have that camo net so you don't get spotted, and you got those nods, and you can light them up at a longer distance, sit there and twang them and drill them full of holes, and hopefully kill them before they get close enough to hit you. But anyways, it is a good tank destroyer. The gun's phenomenal. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, where I crashed and burned and where I did a little bit of damage with this. Yeah, if the match would have not gone so fast, probably could have done a lot more damage if they would have had more heavies too. But anyways, you guys take it easy, be safe, and I will see you on the battlefield.